Hey everyone, Amanda here from the Homestead Quest. So today I'm just gonna give you all a tour of my garden. It is finished and ready for seeds in the garden beds. I've gotten a bunch of stuff planted in my containers. I'll show you plans for what I have to do this week and things that I've gotten done. I'm also, if we have time, I'll show you guys how to plant carrot seeds and potatoes. So we also have to beat a storm that's headed this way right now. So we're gonna try and make it quick, and I'm gonna take you guys around. So let's get going. All right, guys, here's the new and improved garden. I have my new arched trellis that we built with cattle fencing. I was able to get the weed guard down and get the black mulch in. It looks so nice. The beds have been amended with compost and aerated and is ready to go for seed. There was extra material on that cattle fencing. We didn't need as much to make that arc, so we took what was left and I stuck it in this container as a trellis for my pumpkins. So these are Jacoby Little pumpkins, and they're gonna grow up this trellis. There's another Jacoby Little. This is actually a Cinderella pumpkin. There were more than one in its container, and I planted the other one, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep this one or not. So right here we have some peas, and they're already grabbing onto the fencing there. This container is, I planted mammoth sunflowers, so hopefully we'll get some germination and we'll pick one. There's rosemary, golden oregano, tomato plant. This is like a black cherry tomato plant. And then this is a yellow pear. This is one of the ones that I started from seed inside, and she's hardened off and ready to go. And then this is a sun sugar cherry tomato plant. And then this is aroma. And then here's that other Cinderella pumpkin plant, and it's gonna grow up this trellis as well. And then mint. And then more mammoth sunflower seeds in there, and then another, this is more peas. Silly chickens, they remind me of little dinosaurs. Testing the fence for weaknesses. Da-na-na, na, na. Da-na-na, na, na. Alright, so this is the back corner of my yard that I have fenced off. Last year I grew my sugar baby watermelons back here and put a couple containers in. This year it's going to be my herb garden. So those rocks I'm going to move forward at the base. And then I'm going to remove this sod and put more weed guard down and more black mulch for containers. And then on this mound, I'm going to amend it with some more soil. And I'm going to make it into an herb spiral. Alright guys, so now I'm going to go ahead and plant my carrot seeds. I think I have 23 packages worth. So I have Black Nebula, Danvers, and Atomic Red. We've got a lot of carrots to plant. So the thing with planting carrot seeds, the seeds are super tiny and it can be a little bit tricky. You have to make rows for them. I'm gonna dedicate one row per package, so I'm gonna try and get like 23 rows. The biggest thing with carrot seeds is to make sure that they stay wet and that they do not dry out. So I'm gonna show you my method of planting my carrot seeds. I make rows, then I plant the seeds in the row, and I'll show you that. And then I do not put soil on top. I put vermiculite on top. So I cover the whole bed in vermiculite, and then I do a light layer of mulch on top of that, and then I water it in very, very, very generously. I'm gonna do that, and then it's also supposed to storm today. So that's gonna help as well. But then every day for about twice a day, for the next 2 to 3 weeks, I'm going to be watering the carrot seeds because they need a constant amount of moisture essentially. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and grab my little tool here and we will get started on planting the carrot seeds. And this is what your rows should look like. Alright, so now that I have my rows established, I'm going to take a pack of seeds and start to plant them. So as you can see, they're super tiny. We're going to take a pinch. We're going to take a pinch of seeds and just lightly sprinkle them in the row. And then we're just gonna keep going until we are out of seeds. All right guys, I have the carrots planted in my rows, so now it is time to break out the vermiculite. This is used for water retention. This keeps seedlings moist. Usually you see this on top of the seedling pods, and it's to keep the moisture in the soil. So I'm gonna go ahead, take this and sprinkle it on top of my rows. Alright, so now that the garden bed and my rows with carrot seeds are covered in vermiculite, I'm going to take one more step to further cover the bed with a light sprinkle of mulch. I'm going to focus on the smaller pieces of mulch and not like the big chunks. We want those carrot seedlings to be able to self-seed and then pop through, so we don't want to cover them too much with the bulkier pieces of mulch. So now I have the garden bed covered in mulch as well as vermiculite on top of my carrot seed rows. So the last step to this now is to get my hose and to water this in generously. There is a storm coming later, but still, I don't want to say you can't water carrot seeds too much, but you almost can. So I'm going to go ahead and get these watered, and then we're going to be done with the carrot seeds, then we'll move on to the potatoes. Alright, so I have my carrot seeds planted, I have them covered in vermiculite and mulch, and I watered them in. So now it's time to move to my potatoes. I am doing my potatoes in tires. I did this last year as well. I'm actually just going to go ahead and grab some seed potatoes that I bought from my local pet store, and then I also just went ahead and had a potato drawer that I kind of let go crazy. You know how you leave potatoes long too long and they get those long stringy growths on them? Well, those are the eyes of the potatoes, and they're trying to find the sunlight essentially and grow more potatoes. So I'm gonna go grab some of those and then we will get them planted. Alright guys, so this is what I was talking about when I was talking about how I let my potatoes go crazy in my potato drawer. So yeah, we're gonna plant these. guys, thanks so much for watching today. I hope that I was helpful in you learning how to plant carrot seeds and how to plant potatoes. And man, I'm sorry if I'm not as enthusiastic today as normal. I really feel like I'm coming down with another bug, which is lame. But even though I'm feeling sick, you know, the garden work and, you know, taking care of the chickens and all of that stuff, it can't wait just because I'm not feeling good. So I gotta march through and get the work done. But now that I'm done for the day, I'm gonna go inside and relax. And the plan for the rest of the week is I need to plant my cucumber seeds and my pole bean seeds. That's what the arched trellis is for, so that's going to be exciting. I was going to do this last weekend, but for pole beans and cucumbers, you have to have the temperature at night steadily above 50 degrees. And that was kind of looking sketchy last weekend, so I decided to wait another week, and then I'm going to go ahead and do that tomorrow. And then the rest of this week I'm going to go get my pepper plants and my other starts for the other garden beds. I also have to work on that corner and put my herb spiral in the back, and I'll show you a picture of what I mean by herb spiral. And yeah, so now that the carrot seeds and the potatoes are planted and my containers are planted, I just feel like things are finally starting to get rolling, and I think by this time next week the garden and yard work will be done as far as prep, and everything will be planted, and then it will just be a waiting game, and I will just be doing, you know, garden tours to show progress. Eventually the harvesting videos, so that's going to be so much fun. Thank you guys so much for coming along with me today. My name's Amanda, and this is the Homestead Quest.